What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode we built the king crab. This episode what I want to do is we have our base that's inside of the mountain right now. It's actually pretty far away from the one that we're building here. So it's really difficult and it's taken me a lot of time to get resources, especially since we haven't set up connectors or anything like that for me to dock the king crab up to. So what I decided to do was move a temporary base over here. I was going to do it on my own, just set something up temporarily until we could get other stuff situated, but I actually came up with a really good idea. But let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so before we get this started, I want to go over a few things with the ramp. The ramp is, well, it's an issue. Let me go ahead and show you what I had to do to try to get this thing working. So I went through and I started adding more pistons and hinges. By the time I was done, this is what I had. Yeah, six rows of pistons and hinges. And it's still a little bit wobbly. So it's just a lot of weight with these armor blocks that those things are supposed to move. Also, another thing, these catwalks right here, they haven't really changed the collision at all yet. So it's actually, when they rub up against these blocks right here, it creates a really big issue when it tries to move. But it's not too bad, but it is less when I get rid of that catwalk on the edge. Let me go ahead and we'll reverse this. Yeah, just a little bit of jiggle. And that's all because of the catwalks. So hopefully at some point they actually change that so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Down in there I put the timer that was up here. It's down in there somewhere. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to go ahead and leave the ramp like this. Oh, and I need power. We're just going to go ahead and leave the ramp like this for the time being, because the original design doesn't call for a ramp right here that actually raises and lowers. It's just a regular ramp to get down into the base. So I was going to do that so that way I could have vehicles come up to the front gate and maybe have a door right here. But I came up with a better idea, so I might not even need this ramp to move anymore. We could probably just leave it right like that. Well, we'll find out. But this is what I want to do in this episode. So I went ahead and got a base started. I actually need to do this on both sides. Now, what I was doing when I was in multiplayer with Robin Shield and a couple of the other guys, I kind of saw this one day and kind of noticed that it looks a little bit like a bunker. So what if you could just like cut the whole station off about right here and just use that as a starter base bunker? So I gave it a try and it actually worked out pretty well, and that's what we have in here. Now there's a few things that I do have to figure out to make it work on this station, but since we got this starter base, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another one over here. The reason for that, if I put a platform somewhere over here, a place for vehicles to dock, and another one on the other side, that's actually room for two people to have a base. Well, a base right here and a base right there. But yeah, I just need to get the platform dug out and see how well that's going to work. Should maybe work okay. We'll have to see. But yeah, what we need to do in this episode is I need to go ahead and get this built on the other side. Then at some point what I need to do is I need to figure out how I'm going to get conveyors from over here underneath those stairs over here to the platform that we're going to have. Now the platform I'm going to do on my own because it's going to take a lot of digging, it's going to take a lot of time, you know, boring shit that we have to do in Space Engineers sometimes, but I'll get it figured out. So yeah, let me grab some power, then I need to grab some resources real quick. But yeah, now that we have a base over here, I could go ahead and start, once I get that platform, I need to set it up with a couple things. We need a welder platform so people can rebuild ships or repair them. I also need docking for rovers and any atmospheric ships, airships, whatever you want. There's also an opportunity to go ahead and build another platform like up here that's a little bit higher. I don't know, I'll have to figure that one out. But yeah, this is going to take a bit of digging, and I also have to be careful because we still have to line it up to this area right here. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of work, but I'll get it figured out. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take this base, my regular starter base, and I need to turn it around 180 degrees for the other side. The reason for that is the conveyors actually connect to that conveyor junction right there and that conveyor junction right there. So now all I have to do is go straight out. But because of the stairs that are down here, I'm gonna have to dig underneath all that. But yeah, I'll get it figured out. So what we want to start with is I need to place the conveyors and everything. So let's go ahead, grab everything real quick, and see if we can't get this done quickly. So you might also notice here pretty soon that I turned off the weather finally. I just got really tired of the weather. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to try to back this thing up to that wall as much as I can. I just had to figure out the orientation. And then against this wall right here too. Then I need to change up all the walls and everything and put catwalks in here. But the cool thing about it is once you have a base in here, this whole area right here can be used by the person that's taken up this this part of the base to do basically whatever they want with. So you can keep them separate from your main base. They'll have their little area right over here, which I thought was a cool idea. But yeah, let me see how are we going to do this. So what I need is, well, shit. I'm trying to visualize it, but oh, okay, I think I got it. So it needs to be on the left side. There we go. So the main part of the station starts with a conveyor. I just need to figure out where I need to put that conveyor. So we need to start with the back so I can figure out how much room I have over here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a cargo container. This cargo container is going to be holding ingots. No, actually that one would be ore. Yeah, so go right here. Then we have a little space. Yeah, the clang on that ramp right now, whenever I try to place a block, that thing jumps. Then right here we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that will be a sorter. So this cargo container right here. So that cargo container is just for ore, so we can store ore or anything else that we need to throw in. And this one will be for the ingots after the refinery refines them. So control 2, let's go ahead and put a sorter here. I also want to make sure that the control for it, the access for it, is on the top, which will be right in that corner. Now what I need is the conveyor, not that conveyor, that conveyor, that goes into the refinery. Just like that. Well, I could go ahead and place the refinery now, but let's go ahead and get everything around it. So next thing I'm going to need is I need an assembler. And then we'll get the king crab out here to try to weld all this up. It's kind of tricky with the room that we have in here. Thankfully, I use the modded thrusters. All right, next thing I'm going to need is another sorter. Make sure the access point is facing upwards. Yep, there it is. And what I usually do is I'll put a cargo container right here, but I don't want any cargo, like for components, inside of the station. What I want to do is I want to bring them outside. We're going to change that to a conveyor junction. So now the components and everything will go outside, and we can put a cargo container out there to fill up with components. So that way it makes really easy access to get to it. Alright, next thing I need to do, this right here is going to be the main conveyor. This is where all the ores and the components are going to be separated. And then another sorter. So this should work. We should have plenty of room for it. Alright, now for this conveyor right here, we need another sorter to pull components and everything from that this conveyor junction, because this way the only thing that's going over there are ingots and ore. So we have the components going this way, trying to keep everything separate. So that way when we have the cargo container on the outside, it only gets filled up with components and nothing else. Is that a sorter? Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. Alright, control 2. I need a conveyor here, here, and here. Next thing I want to do real quick is I need to get rid of the floor real quick. So I need to be able to connect up an O2 generator. We need a med bay and stuff like that. I'm going to have to figure out how to do all that. Luckily over here, it was perfect. The components and the O2 was connected over on this side. So all I had to do was add conveyor junctions right there to connect up to the medical room. And then I got an O2 tank right there. But I can't do that on the other side because it's turned around the opposite direction. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. So let's try conveyor junction. Let's go ahead and get rid of a little bit more floor so that way I can get the O2 generator in here. And the O2 generator is just going to connect to that conveyor junction. So GO2. And I just need to make sure I have access so I can put in bottles if I really need to. Right here inside. So that's pretty much the entire build except for the refinery. Let's go ahead and get that into place. So what I need to do is I need to make sure the access points are on the right side. If you look at the refinery, it has an access point on either side of the refinery, right at the bottom. It has an access point on the bottom itself, if I could back up. Yeah, you can see it right there. And then it has another access point on the top. So if we orientate this right, I should be able to connect to that cargo container, that conveyor, and that's all I need to connect to. So I need to turn it right like that. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the connections to the refinery are only in that corner. Just need to make sure of that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the king trap. Get those built, and then we need to figure out everything else. Where I'm going to put a medical room and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I did add the modded thrusters to this thing, so it is able to tilt down without losing altitude. Which is going to be extremely helpful when I try to do this. So on the other side it worked okay. But it was kind of difficult to control just a little bit. Come on, there we go. Oh, hold on, I forgot to... There we go. I might also be missing components. I don't know, I'll have to check. But we just need to try to get as close as we can and then just let this thing build. Oh, I am missing components. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Hold on. Let me try to get this thing out. Alright, can I just... Let's go into third person. Yeah, see how wide it is compared to this room? I definitely wouldn't be able to get in there. But I need to see what I'm missing. I'm missing a lot. Alright, well I need to grab all those resources, get them into there. I also need to be careful because I don't want this thing running out of power. Luckily, we do have our trailer over here, which I guess I could see if this ship is going to fit on that trailer. I don't know, it's a little bit bigger than the recon ship, but let's go ahead and give it a shot so we can charge up the batteries. Alright, I got a few of the components that I needed, but I think I'm not going to have enough. We'll have to see. Ooh, come on. Get me in there. Oh, yep. We're a little heavy. Just a little bit. There we go. Yeah. The vehicle does not like that. Yeah, I got tier 1 thrusters on it right now, but it doesn't seem like that's enough. What am I missing now? Am I really out of all that? Construction components and small steel too? Yeah, right now I'm trying to figure out what I can fit in here. So I do have a lot of steel plates, but I can get rid of those to put the other stuff that we're going to need. I just didn't realize I didn't have that much. But I do have a bunch of stuff in here. Might be enough, might not be. We'll have to see. So I need to get everything transferred from that cargo container to the construction ship real quick. Alright, I think everything might be done. Well, nope, I gotta get over here. Oh, no. Do not go like that. Alright, I think I got it. The rest I can do by hand. That's fine. We got the majority of the components set. Yeah, this thing just does not like... it doesn't like the weight. Alright, I need to go ahead and get this docked up. As you can see, I got rid of the drills that were on the back because this thing is way too long. But I need to go ahead and make more trailers for this thing at some point anyways. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead and get docked up. There we are. So, ZP. And we're in. So yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit longer than the trailer. And as heavy as this thing is right now, I would not drive this around on the trailer. Because it's way too heavy and I have no idea how it would react. But anyways, we need to go ahead and get this done. So what am I missing? All the stuff in the back. Damn it. I don't have any resources on me either. Oh, motors. Yeah, motors go quick when you're doing conveyors. I don't think I have any more. Nope, I do. Might be enough to go ahead and finish all this. We'll have to see. Alright, there's you. Oh, this one, I didn't even get to it at all. You know what I gotta do? I gotta take the king crab and I gotta turn it around the other way. Yep. That's what I gotta do. Let me see if I can get these finished. It's just so tight in here. There we go. But hey, the king crab is working pretty well. I have no idea what it's building right now. But there it is. Alright, let's see what else. I think the rest just needs motors, hopefully. The king crab I can't just leave up like that because the batteries die in like 30 minutes. So I have to be careful of that. And I think that's it. This thing is done. Now all I need to do is I need to get all the... Oh, nope. Ah, I didn't even hit that one. Well, shit. Let me get that one welded up. Next thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and get all the sorters and everything. Oh, I need to name everything. That's right. Let me do this real quick. So if we go into control panel and I hit B, you'll see all the stuff on the other half of the station I actually named B. All the stuff here I'm going to name A. So we have the assembler B, cargo container B, B. Trying to get everything named so that way I don't start getting confused later on when we try to do some of the complicated stuff. But yeah, I need to get a med bay, medical room. We need to figure out oxygen in this place at some point. I just need to put a vent probably right on top of that conveyor right there, that conveyor junction. And that should supply oxygen for this entire area. I'm hoping. But then what I'll need to do is I went ahead and put the door right over here. Easy access to the platform that's going to be down in there. But I do also need to make an airlock for that as well. I think we'll do that next episode. But yeah, let me go ahead and figure this all out. We'll get the medical room, everything set up. I need O2 tanks for when we do put oxygen in this room. And then I need to figure out other things, but we'll work on that later on. But yeah, let me go ahead and get everything named, everything set up, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the medical room. Alright, now that we got the facility down, it took me a minute to make sure everything was named, so that way I could keep this area separate from that area over there. I also was able to figure out where to put the medical room and the oxygen tank. I just have to make sure that I keep whatever conveyor junctions I have separate from this conveyor junction right here, which I have a solid block down there. That's the only place where I can connect. But when I set up the conveyors later on for the platforms, I need to be very careful that I don't connect these conveyor junctions to that conveyor junction, or it's going to mess up the entire sorting system. But yeah, what we need to do right now is we need to go ahead and finish some of the base and try to get this thing set up to see how well it's going to work. So I need, I need to put a door right here, and luckily we have ourselves in game now from the DLC. We have offset doors, which makes this a whole lot easier to try to make that door flush with these half blocks. It's really awesome. But then I need to get that welded up as well. Then we need to go ahead and do the floor. As you can see over here, I did the floor with the catwalks for a couple of different reasons. One, I don't want to have to put conveyors and vents all over the freaking place, so that way I could have oxygen on different floors. Because I'm thinking about closing this whole thing off and having this a separate area for something. I don't know yet. But what I need to do is I need to be able to pass oxygen from down here up there, which the catwalks really help with. But I'm thinking about maybe, I don't really like the way this looks right now, so I'm thinking about going ahead and get rid of, well, probably the one on the edges. Let's go ahead and get that and see how that's going to look. Let me put some half blocks right here, all the way down to about right there for right now, and then we'll do catwalks in the center and see how that's going to look. We'll also do one on the edge over here as well. And then right here, we'll go ahead and do the catwalk. Now what I need to do is I also want to be able to put lights in here. I'm going to put lights on the ceiling that we have to build here in a second. So I want to keep the catwalk even with this floor platform. Which I think, what do I need? Yeah, construction components. Completely forgot about that. Alright, so construction. That should get us started. Right here. And just go all the way across. Then we'll go ahead and get these built, see how they look. And then we need to get the roof and whatever lighting we want to put on this thing. And then at some point we also need to figure out stairs and stuff to get around this station. It's going to be a lot of work, but hopefully it should work out pretty good. But let me go ahead and get that stuff welded up real quick. So, go. So yeah, as long as I continue to dock the ship up and I don't just leave it sitting, the batteries are plenty for building this station. Oh, I'm missing something. Let's actually get out real quick, see what we're missing. Probably construction. No girders. I don't even have girders over here. Alright, let me go grab some girders and I'll get that welded up. But I also do have the door over here I need to get welded as well. And now you're missing something. Yeah, that's pretty much since I have this. Oh, it's the glass and display, so I need to grab those as well. Since this, the King Crab is kind of a new ship, and it only has one large cargo container. I haven't used that design a whole lot, so what I'm trying to figure out is how much I can carry of each item to be able to build. It's going to take me a little while, but once I get it figured out, all I have to do is, well, load everything up one time and I won't have to worry about it again. Until stuff starts emptying out and then we have to load it up again. Yeah, see how long it takes for this thing to stop? Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, I also added more windmills for the King Crab so I could charge up the batteries when I was building it. But yeah, what I need to do is we'll go ahead and drop this. We'll go ahead and power down. I also made a hole right here so that way I could access the cargo container. So I do need to go ahead and pull out some steel plates so I can fit everything else in. So what we need is girders. I should have all that made. So girders. Yeah, I got girders, only 80 of them. So I need to make more of those. Bulletproof glass and displays. It looks like I might need to make some of those as well. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab those up. I'll figure out how much I want to go ahead and put on the ship. And then we'll see if we can't finish this. Alright, so I'm still waiting on stuff to produce, but we should have enough right now. Oh, and it's getting dark as well. That sucks. We should have enough right now to go ahead and finish what we're doing. We'll get a roof on this thing, figure out some lighting, and then see if we do actually have oxygen. We have enough? Did I get enough girders? It looks like it. We're good. Alright, now the door on the other side. There it is. Alright, so what I need to do now is go ahead and get a roof on this thing, which is pretty simple. It's just sloped ramps all the way around. And then what I think I'll do is... Now, how will I do this? Because I do want to put lights on this, but unfortunately lights won't snap to half blocks. I was going to use half blocks to give me a little bit of head clearance, but it looks like I might not be able to use those. Well, let me get this figured out real quick. Alright, so I'm coming over. Oh, the truck is really loud. Am I out of ice? Oh shit, I'm out of ice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and let those go. I need more ice. I got some over here. Hold on. So, yeah, in the O2 generator. There we go. Alright, so let's get some ice over here since we already got a vent and see just how airtight this thing is. So, O2 generator. I got a vent right here, but I don't think I'm going to keep that right there. I'll move it somewhere else. Alright, but now we got that, so we can go ahead and make sure everything is closed off. This wall right here is just temporary. I'm not going to leave it there. Just to test this place out. And it looks like we are airtight. Probably a good idea to go ahead and separate this as well. Hold on. Come on. I want to make sure that the catwalks, which I'm pretty sure they're not airtight, but I want to just double check. And we should be getting O2. Hold on. I know one way of testing that real quick. Alright, so... Oh yeah, we got O2 outside. Damn it! Alright, so I put some stuff up just to test this out real quick. I need to go ahead and... Hold on. I wonder if... Well, if this place is airtight and we use the vent to suck out all the O2 from this room, it should go to 0 oxygen. I hope. I just need to make sure everything's airtight. Looks like it. Some of this stuff is just here temporarily just so we can figure this out. I've never actually tried to do this, to be honest with you. Let's give it a try, see what happens. Depressurize on. So it's going to suck all the oxygen out of the room and put it into that oxygen tank. And it looks like, yep, it works. I already knew that. That's right, I have done this before. So a lot of people keep asking me, why, Rich? Why do you make everything airtight and have oxygen and stuff like that when you're on a planet with oxygen? Well, maybe I don't want to use this base on this planet. Maybe I want to reuse the base but on a different planet. That way I can go ahead and make the blueprint and make it easier to get the stuff that I need. So what I'm trying to do right now is, I don't think this is going to work. Hold on. Let me do this. I need to rebuild. I need to build another door. I need to make an airlock. What I'm trying to test out, just to make sure, is, are these catwalks airtight or no? I've never actually tested it out, and that's one of those things I like to do, is test things out. So let me go ahead and get that door built real quick, and then we'll see. Alright, so that door is closed. Let me go ahead and close these doors so we have an actual airlock. Best way to test this out. Now we can go ahead and change the vent to depressurize off. It'll fill up this room at least, then we can go up there and see if it's actually filling that room up too. Is it? Are you done yet? Not yet? Now you're done. Alright, so now that we have an airlock, we can go ahead and go up here. Well, it's not a working airlock, but it works. And yes, there was no oxygen going into the door. We're not losing any oxygen, so yes, it does work. These things are not airtight. Cool. It's bad for some things, but good for others. So now what I need to figure out is lighting. So because I have the catwalks down by that block, it's actually snapped to the floor, and not this block right here right above it. I can go ahead and put the lighting right in here. But yeah, this roof is not very high. I don't like that. But yeah, let's try some lighting real quick. I just got to figure out what lighting. All right, let's see how well this looks. Well, I need to add to the radius. Hold on. Let's put... Oh, I don't have any lights anywhere else, do I? I hope not. Let's go ahead and put the radius... Wow, 10 is a lot, but I think that should work. Let's actually turn those down just a little bit. Alright, so light. And radius, let's try 7. Yeah, I think that should work. Let's go outside and see what it looks like. Well, not bad. I'll probably change up the color of the lighting a little bit. So right now, somebody could actually use this base and they could do whatever they want with the interior. Except if they want to put stuff up there, they can only put it in the middle right there. That would be pretty easy, but there's a few other things that we need to do. Back behind this wall, there's an area where they can build. The lighting doesn't really get down here very much. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to add lighting down here as well. That's okay. But yeah, I want to make sure that there's plenty of light to get around here just for the hell of it. So next episode, what we need to do is we need to continue working on that. We need to build airlocks. I need to do this platform, which I'll do on my own. And then I also need to copy everything over to the other side. It's going to be a little bit of work that I'm going to be doing on my own. And next episode, we'll work on airlocks. We'll work on the platform, try to get everything ready so that way we have a base instead of using the base that's all the way over there. But yeah, we'll worry about that next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.